Yeah, this was a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I was saving this for when I reviewed the Avengers or Avengers Age of Ultron, but I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it here. So, here are the similarities between Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, also known as me predicting Avengers Infinity War, using these two movies. So the movie will start off with an action-packed prologue and end with a dramatic shock focusing on one of the heroes as they go to the main title, which will morph into the subtitle, which in this case will be Infinity War. The movie will then introduce new characters or spend time with old ones while the heroes focus on the MacGuffin that will be important to the plot of the movie. Meanwhile, the villain of the movie recruits some henchmen and/or scientists to help him with his plan. Now, in the case of Infinity War, I think Thanos already has some henchmen called the Black Order. This Black Order doesn't have Supergiant for some reason, but there's the other three. They got Corvus Glaive, they have Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight. I don't know why they changed his name, but Black Dwarf is not Black Dwarf, it's like Obsidian some shit. I don't know why they had to change that. In fact, I think they changed the name of the Black Order. I think it's called the Obsidian Order or some shit. I don't know why they changed it, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. There will be a romance between heroes in this movie, which, I think there was somewhat of a romance between Black Widow and Hawkeye. Definitely one between Black Widow and Hulk, which was kind of shoehorned into the movie. And this one I think will have... In fact, it shows in the trailer that Scarlet Witch and Vision will be in a relationship. The villain will then have a run-in with the heroes, possibly in another country, or in the case of this movie with Thanos involved, possibly another planet. And the villain will get away with the MacGuffin or a MacGuffin. There are 6 MacGuffins in this movie, so it'll be one of the Infinity Stones. And then the heroes will decide how they handle the villain. The heroes will then argue with each other, and Iron Man and Captain America will also argue, most definitely. Especially after Civil War, I can guarantee that Iron Man and Captain America will butt heads in this movie. The villain, or one of the villains of this movie, will force the Hulk into fighting one or more of the heroes, and then by the end of that fight, the heroes will be in a bad spot and split up. But don't worry, folks, because Nick Fury will show up and motivate the heroes to get their shit together and fight the main baddie. Of course, the device will be used to threaten a city. I don't know which city it is, most likely New York, because in the trailer, it shows Spider-Man seeing this device threatening the city. And I don't know what the hell this device is, but most likely it's a goddamn portal for aliens to just kind of swoop in and start causing trouble again. Iron Man will have witty banter with the main villain before the final battle starts. The heroes will then unite for one final battle, and they will fight a CGI army for 20 minutes, and then there will be a circling group shot of the heroes, just like the last 2 fucking movies. A hero will die, probably during this fight or some point during this movie, and the Hulk will comically beat the fuck out of the villain like he did the last 2 villains. The villain will most likely die, or probably live, who knows, because it's kind of harder to tell, because Loki is alive and Ultron died, so... Who knows, but given the track record of the MCUs and their villains, this villain will most likely die. I can almost promise that at this point. I'm almost certain that Thanos is going to die. And then the heroes, probably Iron Man, will disable the device that's threatening the city and save the day. And then the movie will wrap up with the heroes regrouping and going about their lives until the next adventure. The credits will feature a stylized montage of the Avengers, and the end credit scene will set up the next Avengers movie. Literally, all of this happens in Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, I don't hold this against the Avengers movie, the first one, because it's the first of its kind. I wouldn't hold it against Iron Man if Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man 2 are the same, or carry the same formula as that movie. I wouldn't hold it against Iron Man. I hold it against the movies that try to replicate that formula and try not to do any, and try to sprinkle in new shit and try to call it a new movie. So they can just mass produce these fucking films. Just use the same formula again and again. So I don't hold it against the Avengers that Age of Ultron was too fucking lazy to have an original story that didn't copy the first fucking movie. But here's why I might be wrong about all of this that I just said. McFeely and Marcus and the Russo brothers gave us 2 consecutive Captain America movies that were nothing alike. Captain America: The Winter Soldier was nothing like Civil War and vice versa. I have every bit of faith in McFeely and Marcus and the Russos to come out with a perfectly original Avengers movie and not copy the formula of the first two movies. Age of Ultron infuriates me more because the first Avengers had been written by two or three other writers, and Age of Ultron was written and directed by Whedon. So Whedon copied his own fucking movie and sprinkled in some new shit and said, "This is a new movie." That is not right. That is not right at all, and I think that's a shitty move on his part to fucking to copy the movie that came out 3 years prior, and just to shit out another Avengers movie. Like, no. I'm not even seeing Avengers Infinity War anyway, because I'm just tired of comic book movies at this point. Anyway, I'm done. And I hope to hear that. I hope if you can come back and tell me if I'm right or wrong about what I said. About any of the things I said, tell me I'm right or wrong. I don't know.